internet voice of the Shawnee State Bears, Shawnee Sportsnet. Shawnee Sportsnet is a production of the Sports Management Program at Shawnee State University in Portsmouth, Ohio.
With Shawnee State head coach Fred Limas as the Bears entertaining KCU, try to take their record to 7-0 in the conference. Coach, I want to go back to Oak City on Saturday. You and I chatted a little bit before the game. You were expecting a tough game. We got that in spades, right? You got a lot coming out of that game. Well, let's talk about that. I'll just say this. You heard the saying, you're only as good as what your record says, but I don't believe that with Oak City. I don't know if you believe that. I don't feel like a 500 team to me.
No, I mean they're a very, very good team, well coached. I think, like I told you before, I watch a lot of these teams, and they beat one of the top teams in our league, IU Southeast. They beat Faulkner. I think they were like winning like 2-3 games in a row before they played us. I mean, and they have everything. You know, they're athletic, they're big, have big wings, they're really good big. I mean, so we knew it was going to be a tall tale for us, a test for us. I thought we were prepared to win the game. I thought we just struggled in the second half a little bit, but we just figured out how to win. And the biggest thing I told this team, as long as we stay together, we'll be fine. There's a couple of things that happened late. We didn't panic. We stayed calm. We stayed cool, and we pulled the victory out.
To say the least, Coach, 3 defensive stops in the last 49 seconds that won that game for you. For Jay Steele and the steal and the dunk, you had one from L and then one from Keontae to kind of seal it for you. So that defense won you that game at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sense of urgency. This is what we preach on a regular basis: a sense of urgency. Do you have a sense of urgency to start the game? And then we got to make a big stop. I mean, we made 3 big time stops, steals and 2 dunks to end the game. I mean, you talk about making a play to win. I think we've done it. We've done it. So proud of you guys.
What were the biggest takeaways from that game, Coach? What have you been talking about with the team since then?
I mean, the biggest thing for us is execution and playing a full 40 minutes, staying locked in for 40 minutes. I think if we do that, we have a sense of urgency. We play unselfish. We play to the level of defense that we know that we're capable of playing, and then you share the ball on offense. Everybody eats. So everybody gets an opportunity. I mean, it's hard. It'll be very, very hard to beat us if we do all 3 of those things. It'll be very, very hard to beat us. But if we don't, we allow teams to stay in the game, and it's a nail biter at the end, kind of what we don't want. But we just preaching the little things. I think, 6-0 in the division right now, right now we're one of the top teams, in the country RPI wise. So, just one game at a time, we're in a good position. You control your destiny on what you have. A lot of teams can't say that, but we are a team that can control our destiny moving forward. But it's one game, it's one practice at a time, and it's taking care of what we can take care of at the moment.
You got KCU coming in tonight, Coach, and you got the target on your back, and they're grinding for you. They've been playing a little bit better. Tell me what you're expecting from KCU.
And KCU, like I thought with Oakland City, I mean, they play tough. They're very, very good. I think they're way better than what they've been in years past. I think they have the leader scorer in the River States on their team. So I mean, it'll be a really good game for us. And now I told you before, we're the hunted. So now you have to switch your mindset from hunting to be the hunted. So are we going to come out ready to play? And that's always going to be the biggest question. Is the sense of urgency. If we come out with a sense of urgency, ready to go, execute both sides of the ball, follow our assignments, we'll be good. We'll be good. But KCU is a very, very good team. Don't let the record fool you. I mean, they play IU Kokomo really tough, who's I think top 3 team, top 2 team in this league. So they'll be ready to go. And then it's a pride thing. I don't know if this is a rivalry game, but they are pretty close to us.
Well, I'd say this, Coach. This appears to be the most talented athletic team KCU has put together in a while. Since we've been playing them, I would say that. Benefit to you guys is all your new guys, you don't know, and that's how much rivalry. They don't know KCU, right? They've not played them before. So it's a new –
Right. And, it's all about being prepared. I mean, I take no team lightly. Whoever we play, you have to be – this college basketball, everybody can shoot, everybody can pass. You're going to have everybody on any college team is the best high school player or best JUCO player, on that team, on a college team. So you got to be ready to go. But we're not taking KCU lightly at all. We know how good they are, and we'll be prepared. And for I think it's going to be a dogfight.
They always are in the River States, right, Coach?
I just don't think the River States gets the representation, respect that it needs. I think we have some really, really good teams. We have us. You have IU Southeast. You have IU Kokomo. I mean, Midway's playing amazing this year. KCU, they're playing really good basketball. I mean, there's some really good teams in this league that have won some really good high level, you know, games around the country this year. So, one game at a time. Take care of what you can take care of, control what you control, and we want to be victorious at the end of the night.
Sounds good, Coach. Well, good luck against KCU. We'll look forward to talking to you after the game.
Thank you.
Back with the starting lineups of tonight's game after this timeout.
You're listening to the internet voice of the Shawnee State Bears, Shawnee Sportsnet. Shawnee Sportsnet is a production of the Sport Management Program at Shawnee State University in Portsmouth, Ohio.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Waller Gymnasium on the campus of Shawnee State University, Portsmouth, Ohio, for this evening's River States Conference men's basketball matchup between the Knights of Kentucky Christian University and the Shawnee State Bears. I'm Doc, along with Anna Brown. Hi, Anna. Welcome back.
Good evening, everyone. It's good to be back.
Exciting one here in the Cave on Saturday. If you missed it, Bears had a 13-point lead at the half. Saw that whittled away. Before getting it, had 3 defensive stops in the last minute to seal that one. End up winning 76-72 over Oakland City to stretch their winning streak to 5 games in a row. Kentucky Christian coming off a win also on Saturday. They beat IU Columbus down there in Grayson 95-83. Welcome aboard to all the KCU listeners. Glad to have you along. Treat our women nice. They're in Grayson tonight playing the Kentucky Christian. Shawnee comes into tonight a record of 14-4 overall. They are 6-0 in the conference, 4-0 in the division. They are the only undefeated team in the River States Conference. Then you go reading the East Division. KCU comes in at 5-11 overall. They are 2-4. If we took a look at the standings, which we'll get to in a minute because we're about to get the starting lineups, but Shawnee State leads the East Division, as we said, 6-0. Kentucky Christian right now in a tie for 4th with West Virginia Tech at 2-4. We are going to pause right now for the playing of our national anthem, and then we'll give the starting lineups. And let's give those starting lineups for tonight's game. First, for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Knights of KCU, as we said, coming in a record of 5-11 overall, 2-4 in the River States. They will start number 0, Jaden Lloyd. He's a 5'9" junior point guard out of Lake Wales, Florida. He averages 13 points and about 4 rebounds a game. Number 2, Lamar Northington, 6'3" junior out of Hopkinsville, Kentucky. He averages 9.5 points, 4 rebounds a game. Number 10, D'Angelo Stockstill, is a 6'8" freshman forward from Inkster, Michigan, averaging 15 points, 7.5 boards a game. Number 13 is Parker Watts, 6'2" freshman from Warfield, Kentucky, averaging just under 9 points and 3 rebounds a game. And rounding out the starting 5, number 35, Markel Hood, 6'5" senior from Overland Park, Kansas. He leads the team in scoring, averaging 21 points a game and 6 rebounds. Markel actually started out as a Bear. He was a Bear a year and a half ago, was on the roster in the fall of 24 and then transferred out. But he has been doing very well for himself, and we're happy for him.
It's good to see him and Preston back in the gym.
Absolutely, Preston Say also. So let's give you the starting line for the Shawnee State Bears tonight. They will start number 2, Amadou Ah. He's a 6'7" sophomore from Germantown, Maryland, averaging 7 points, 3.5 rebounds a game. Number 5, Jerion Mayo, 6'4" senior out of Lima, Ohio, averaging 11 points, 4 rebounds a game. Number 7, Keontae Williams, 6'10" junior out of Lubbock, Texas, averaging a shade under 10 points and 5 rebounds a game. Number 21, Reese DeBoard, 6'1" junior from Ashland, Kentucky, averaging 4 points and 2 rebounds a game. And rounding out the starting 5, number 32, Tony Webb Jr., the 6'7" junior from Chicago, Illinois, averaging about 4 points and 4 rebounds a game. Bears coached by Fred Limas. Knights coached by Charlie Pack. Other games around the River States tonight. IU Columbus is at IU Southeast. Rio Grande is at IU East. IU Kokomo is at St. Mary of the Woods. And Oakland City is at Brescia. That's how we line them up. We'll also be keeping tabs on the Shawnee women. As we said, they are at KCU tonight. Likewise, they are 14-4 on the season and 5-1 in the River States. Their only loss coming to 8th-ranked Rio Grande a couple weeks ago. Ready to tip this one off. It'd be Stockstill against Keontae, and the tip is controlled by KCU. This is Lloyd. Into Stockstill. Off to Lloyd. Skip pass over to Northington. Northington on the left wing. No good. Saved in bounds to Jerion Mayo. The board. Amadou Ah. Tony Webb Jr. Mayo on the drive all the way in. Off glass. Can't get up. Comes up short, but there's Webb underneath. Fighting for it, and he puts it up. Can't get it to fall. Rebound KCU. Out front to Northington. Kicks it out to Markel Webb for the 3. Markel Hood misses the 3 to start us off. Reese DeBoard on the right side for Shawnee. He's on the drive. Kicks it out. Gets knocked out of bounds by Markel Hood. DeBoard. It's back to DeBoard. Keontae for 3, spotting up long range. No, off the back of the rim. Long rebound to Jerion Mayo. Drives in, kicks it out to Reese DeBoard on the right wing. Swish. Shawnee draws first blood. 3-0 Bears. This is Northington. Off to Lloyd. Back to Northington. Down the drive in the lane. Stockstill Put it on the floor, got tied up, and there's Lloyd for three. No. Rebound Mayo.
And we've talked a lot this season about everything that Reese DeBoard has done off the stat sheet. It's nice to see him starting in that scoring column today.
Absolutely. DeBoard. Eight on the shot clock. Bears got to pay attention. 6 on the shot clock. 5 on the shot clock. Nobody's looking at it. There's Mayo. Fires it up, and it draws nothing. That's going to be a shot clock violation. No communication going on there, Anna, at all, because it was going down, and I don't think anybody was looking at the shot clock.
If anything, I think I heard something coming from the KCU bench. I heard nothing from the Shawnee bench.
Yeah.
Nothing from anyone on the court.
Turnover to Shawnee. Hood from the foul line, yes. Markel Hood. So they came in averaging 21 points a game to lead KCU. DeBoard for three from downtown, no, off the back of the rim. Taken by Northington. Lay in by Watts. It's 4-3, KCU. DeBoard. Off the back of the rim for Keontae. Rebound by Stockstill. This is Watts. And down low to Markel Hood. It's 6-3, Shawnee, or KCU. Webb. Mayo. Long distance for Mayo. No, misses. Not sure Coach Limas was crazy about that shot selection. Kicked out to Watts on the wing. Yes, it's a three. 9-3 KCU. We got a timeout on the floor as the Knights are out to a 9-3 edge.
I don't think I've seen Shawnee State attempt this many three-pointers in the first 4 minutes of a game ever, at least this specific team. They've attempted 5 three-pointers. And Shawnee State is a 29.4% free throw shooting
team. That's why
team.
they don't shoot them a lot.
That's why I'm confused right now.
It's not the Bears' game. It's not the Bears' game.
And I understand the thought process of after seeing the opposing team knock a couple of threes down, you wanting to strike back. But at the same time, you can also strike back at a consistent taking high percentage shots. That for this team is probably going to be more effective than trying to shoot a bunch of threes.
Jason Steele checks in for Keontae Williams for Shawnee at the break. DeBoard. Steele. Mayo, Webb. Back to Mayo. Jay Steele on the right wing. Puts it on the floor, loses it, gathers it down to Tony Webb Jr., who gets the flush.
Excellent court awareness right there from Jason Steele. What a great dish.
Webb all alone just went up and got the single one-handed flush. 9-5 KCU. Northington flips, and they're going to call a foul on an inadvertent trip. And the Bears do not have access to Daniel Rosenberg tonight. Suffered a lower leg injury. He and Tony Webb Jr. were both hurt on Saturday. Webb is back, but I'll have to get the sterling on Daniel. That's a big loss for Shawnee.
Big loss. Additionally,
Stockstill on the drive, right-handed, yes, knocks it down. 11-5 Knights.
Yeah, Rosenberg came in averaging 10.1 points a game and 5.3 rebounds.
And a team that's very balanced, 10 points is not insignificant, you know?
No.
Steele, DeBoard, Mayo from the left wing, that's up for the three. No, comes up short. DeBoard loses the handle on it. Down low, finds Amadou Ah, and he's going to get fouled going up. I think they're going to pick up D'Angelo Stockstill. No, they called Markel Hood. And we have a timeout on the floor with 14:49 to play in the first half, and 11-5 KCU. See if the women have started. Last time I checked, they had not started yet. Still says they haven't started.
Okay. Well, thanks for checking, Doc.
Well, when I keep up with Coach Burrows and the women. It's awesome to have both teams at 14-4.
It's not too shabby.
That's not shabby. After tonight, next Bears action in the Cave, we have a doubleheader on the 31st. Whew. IU Kokomo in town. Both teams are away Saturday and next Tuesday. This is Amadou Ah to the line. Free throw is up and splash. 11-6. Second shot up. No good. This is Lloyd. Off to Northington. Back to Lloyd. Lloyd on the drive against DeBoard. Off glass. No. They're going to call the foul. Who gets it? They're going to call that on Tony Webb Jr. Jaden Lloyd to the line for a pair. First shot is up, short. Second shot is up, and it will roll and fall in. 12-6.
Really got the shooter's roll right there.
On the wing, Jay Steele. Steele spins. Down low, gets the lay-in. (12-8) KCU. Northington all the way in, gets blocked by Tony Webb Jr., goes out of bounds. Will stay with the Knights with 20 on the shot clock and subs in for KCU. They'll bring in number 1, Zarek Sarakatsanis. And number 3, Preston Saya, who we recognize.
Seen him once or twice.
Also transferred from Shawnee. Hope he's doing well as well.
Knocked down a couple threes for us last season.
Sure. Northington on lay-in and misses the bunny. Webb Jr. with the rebound. Down low. No, and tipped in by Amadou Ah. It's 12-10 KCU. Lloyd. Saya on the drive. Gets bodied up. Body on the ground and picked up by Amadou Ah. El Seeger in and off glass, yes, and we've got a tie ball game.
And this is more what I expected to see from Shawnee State.
This is the Shawnee game. I'm sure that's what the timeout was about. Let's play our game. We were not playing our game to start off with the threes. Pocket pick by Reese DeBoard. He's going to go in for a layup, and he's going to be 14-12. Shawnee takes its first lead. Lloyd looking for somewhere to go. Kicks it out to Northington. Northington back to Saya. Looking for somewhere to go. Saya back out to Lloyd. 5 on the shot clock. Lloyd looking for somewhere to go. He drives, stops from the elbow, and pops it. And yes, as the buzzer goes off.
I have to admit, that was a stunning shot.
Yeah, he had to shoot it. He's at the foul line. That ball went through the hoop literally at the buzzer. 14-14. To Seeger. To DeBoard. Jason Steele. Down low to Tony Webb Jr. in the lane. Off the right hand, can't get it to fall, but there's Steele fighting for the rebound. Up and glass, and he's going to get the and one.
I was going to say there could have been a foul on that rebound, but
you think?
There it is.
Fouls on Sarah Consanas. Keontae back in the game. Markel Hood back in the game for KCU, as well as Parker Watts. And one coming to Jason Steele with Bears leading by 2, 16-14. Splash. Shawnee by 3.
And this ties their largest lead of the game when they were up 3-0 at that 18-28 mark.
Markel Hood on the drive. Loses the handle on it, but he's going to get fouled going in probably by Amadou Ah. No, they got Keontae. Keontae Williams picks up the foul. Markel Hood will go to the line. Markel Hood. First shot is up, and it's good. Actually, both shots were good. 17-16, not bad. 17-16, Shawnee by 1. This is El Seeger. Reese DeBoard. DeBoard. Keontae at the top of the key. Off to Jason Steele in the lane. Kicks it out to Amadou Ah for 3 from the wing. No. And that's going to be over the back on Keontae, I believe. Oh, they call Markel Hood. He had inside position on Keontae.
I don't think that's the right call.
I'm going to tend to agree with you, Anna. I think Markel had inside position. If anything, I thought Keontae over the back.
Absolutely. I think that, honestly, that looked, from here, it looked like a textbook box out.
Markel,
I'm shocked.
Markel with a look of disbelief, and I am with you, man. Mayo, jump stop in the lane, laid it up, everybody backed off.
Did such a great job splitting those defenders and finding that open gap and attacking.
Lloyd has his pocket picked by Jerion Mayo off glass. That's going to be a goaltend on Markel Hood. Yep, that's going to be a goaltend on Markel Hood.
And I'm going to go ahead and credit Mayo really fast for keeping his balance during those gather steps. You know, he was running full speed. The ball was kind of getting away from him, and he was able to control the ball going up.
So defense turning into some points for Shawnee State. This is Lloyd on the wing to Sarah Katsanis. Back up to Lloyd. Lloyd on the drive in. Looks for somewhere. Finds Watts. Scoop shot. No. And Watts on the rebound is going to be fouled. Gets his own rebound and gets fouled by
Jason Steele?
Jason Steele. His first. Team 4th of the period.
Yeah, the Bears might have to watch out for some foul trouble tonight.
That'll send Parker Watts to the line for a pair. First shot is up, and it rattles home. 21-17, Shawnee. Northington in for Lloyd for KCU. One more free throw coming to Parker Watts. Second shot up, also good, 21-18. Seeger off to Keontae. Seeger looking for somewhere to go. Steal from the wing. No, can't get it to go. Rebound, Markel Hood. Hood off to Sarah Katsanis. Watts on the drive. Seeger's going to bump him and pick up the foul. That'll be foul number 5 on Shawnee.
Speaking of Watts, he is actually the leading scorer on the day for either team. He's got 7 at the moment.
Jaden Geis checking in for L. Seeger. KCU to inbound under their own goal. Markel Hood against Keontae. All the way in off glass. That's a nice run by Markel Hood. It's 21-20.
Markel's quick.
Mayo. Seeger. Spots up for 3. Yes, knocks it down.
That was a deep 3, too.
Step back 3 for L. Seeger. 24-20 Shawnee. Markel Hood against Jerion Mayo. Skip pass over to Northington. On the drive all the way in, off glass, and he's going to get a block and the and one.
Yeah, that help defense was just a tad bit too late.
Keontae picks up the foul. I believe that's his second.
Correct.
And a timeout on the floor with 9:36. I stopped the clock. 9:36 actually to play in the first half. 24-22. Shawnee with a free throw coming to KCU. See if we can drop the score. We're trying to get kind of puzzled by this, trying to pull up live stats for the women's game at KCU. And there's nothing.
While you're looking for that, I am going to go ahead and shout out our incredible cheerleaders. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for working hard.
Somewhere in here I have. Let's give them the personal love, huh? Adrian Karen, Adrienne Whitley, Alexis Hart, Bella Detwiller, Courtney Sheehan, Ebony Mitchell, Elena Kingsolver, Kylie McIntyre, Lauren Grooms, Megan Gothard, Reagan Helfenstein, Sam Harris, Serenity Van Fossen, and Cheyenne Jackson. How's that? Halfway through the season, I can rattle that off pretty quick here. Yeah. I didn't memorize it, but at least I know that I can. But, you know, they've been here all season long. They do a great job. Thanks to their coach, Michelle Boldman.
Mm-hmm. Something I do want to point out about this basketball game, and I'm scared to point it out because I'm scared to jinx it, but Shawnee has done a decent job taking care of the basketball. They don't have a turnover yet. KCU's got 4 turnovers, and Shawnee has 8 points off of those 4 turnovers.
Yep. We had a couple pocket picks around mid-court to get layups off of.
And it's one thing to force the other team to turn the ball over. To force a turnover, it's also what you do with that turnover, that opportunity. And so far, Shawnee's been able to capitalize.
Free throw coming to Northington. It is short.
Also, shout out OJ. I know he's listening.
Jaden Geis. Mayo. Over to Geis. Geis spots for the 3. Yes, knocks it down. Right off the bench, and he was a good step behind the line there.
And listen, I know I was just knocking Shawnee for taking all these threes. If someone on that team's gonna take a 3, I'm okay with it being Jaden Geis. He's pretty good.
Stockstill, top of the key. Over to Northington. Back to Sarah Katsanis for 3. Yes. Whew. Take that, Bears. Seeger all the way on the drive, off glass, yes. Shawnee back up by 4, 29-25. Pass gets knocked out of bounds by Jerrion Mayo, intended for Parker Watts. Knights will inbound on the far sideline. And down, this is Markel Hood. Guarded by Mayo. Hood. Picked up at half court. Hood stops at the elbow and pops. He comes up short on this one. Rebound Seeger. Off to Jerrion Mayo. He's popped for 3. No, bad miss, but there's Jay Steele underneath. He goes up and he's going to get fouled by Markel Hood, I believe. No, they got Northington. First foul on Lamar Northington. Jay Steele to the line for a pair. Shawnee up 29-25.
And I think that was lucky for KCU because Markel Hood has 2 fouls at the moment.
First shot is up and good by Jason Steele. Shawnee by 5. Second shot also good by Steele. Shawnee by 6. 8:19 to play in the half. This is Watts. Parker Watts guarded by Seeger. Watts on the drive. Off to Stockstill, yes. Shawnee by 4. Jaden Lloyd set to check back in for KCU. This is Jerrion Mayo on the right wing. Webb Jr. Mayo left wide open on the right wing and can't get it, but there's Jay Steele with the rebound. Jason Steele in the lane. Working up and left-handed. Yeah, nice work by Jason Steele. They left Jerrion wide open. He just, eyes got big, but couldn't knock it down. Getting a little physical out there. There's Markel Hood in the lane. Down to Stockstill for 2. Seeger. Off to Jaden Geis. Webb. Jay Steele at the top. Steele off to Seeger. 15 on the shot clock. Seeger off to Jason Steele. Spins in the lane. Left hand. Can't get it to fall. Rebound by Stockstill. Knights can cut it to 2. Hood on the drive up against Tony Webb Jr. He's going to pick up the foul. That's going to be on Tony Webb Jr.
It's his second personal on the night.
And Markel Hood is going to go to the line, looking for point number 7. First free throw by Hood is off the back of the rim, no good. Amadou Ah checking in, and he will take Jerrion Mayo to the bench. I'm going to guess KCU is not running live stats for the women's game, but I can't come up with anything here. Second shot up, and it's good. Shawnee by 3. Preston Saya back in the game, taking Markel Hood to the bench. L. Seeger. Steele. Amadou Ah. Jaden Geis. This is Ah in the lane, all the way in. Ah with left hand. No, can't get it to fall. Rebound by Northington. On the run. Northington kicks out to Lloyd. Lloyd on the drive. In the middle. And back out to Watts. This is Lloyd on the right wing. Stops at the elbow, pops, and yes, knocks it down. It's a 1-point game.
Something that Kentucky Christian is doing a great job of is just shooting the basketball. Tonight, they're 57.9% from the floor, 11 of 19.
Hello. And they're not all layups either. They're making some tough shots.
Been some deeper mid-range shots in there.
Webb. Geis, long range, way long range. I'm not sure that was the one they were looking for. He was about 3 steps behind the arc. Lloyd. This is Watts. Watts for 3. Yes! KCU back up by 2. Seeger. Jay Steele, Seeger, he'll stop and pop for 3. Yes! Shawnee by 1. Lloyd off to Watts. Watts guarded by Awe. Stockstill going to go back court. They saved, and there's Jay Steele picking the pocket. Steele all the way in. No, but Awe was going to get the rebound, but it's going to be fouled. Jason Steele, hopefully he is okay. Took a spill. He's all right. Watts picks up the foul. And we are going to have a timeout on the floor with 4:56 to go in the period. Shawnee leading at 36-35, but Jay Steele will be going to the line for a pair of free throws.
Jason's got 9 on the evening. Looking to add to that. On the Kentucky Christian side, Parker Watts with 10 points. Markel Hood's got 9. Something that I noticed when doing the statistics is both teams are incredibly balanced, really. I mean, besides, you have Markel Hood on KCU who's averaging 20-some points a game, but everyone else is seeming to contribute, and that's hard to defend on both sides. Shawnee has multiple players averaging double-digit points, contributing on the boards, and you never know who's going to step up on any given night. And so seeing both of those teams kind of compete and match up, it's been really interesting to watch how they've matched up with each other. Actually, only 2 players that have touched the court tonight have yet to score total. And that's Keontae and then Preston Saya.
Bears on the road after this one. Both teams on the road on Saturday. They'll be at IU Southeast for 1 and 3 games. And then next Wednesday, a doubleheader at West Virginia Tech before coming home on Saturday the 31st with IU Kokomo. Jason Steele the line for a pair of free throws. Shawnee leading it by 1. 4:56 to go here in the first. Steele's first shot is true. Shawnee by 2. Second shot up, also good by Steele. Shawnee by 3. Northington guarded by Steele. Lloyd. Jaden Lloyd guarded by L. Seeger. Stockstill on the wing. Parker Watts breaks free on the baseline and knocks it down. It's back to a 1-point game.
It's just a missed bump by Shawnee and a great recognition by KCU.
38-37. Shawnee. Off to DeBoard. Damon Charles in the game for Shawnee. Seeger goes for it, can't get it to fall. Lyman's looking for the foul, didn't get it. There's Northington on the ring, lineup. No, Lloyd underneath in the trees. No, he's not. No hope under there. Brings it back out. Yeah, there was no chance of Lloyd.
Smart play to bring it out.
Yeah, at 5'9", he was in the trees. Nothing good was going to happen if he stayed down there. Stockstill on the drive against Charles, spins in the lane, and yes, and Knights back up by 1, 39-38.
The Knights have done an excellent job of utilizing that longer mid-range game on tonight.
Seeger came on Charles. And Bears missing Daniel Rosenberg, I tell you that, big time. Amadou off for 3, no, off the back of the rim, chased down by Stockstill. Lloyd off glass, and they're going to call an and one. And Lloyd looks to be in some difficulty. I think he got fouled on the way up. Are they calling? I mean, they haven't called the foul yet, but there's going to be a foul on it. So what do we got? I haven't seen a call yet. They're going to look at replay apparently. If I stop the clock.
I would assume it would be on Reese DeBoard.
So it will be Jaden Lloyd going to the line for free throws. Just who charged the foul to. Shawnee down by 1, 39-38, 3:15 to go here in the first. Shawnee has shot 14 threes here in the first half.
I think like 7 of them came in the first 4.5 minutes of the game.
Kind of don't think that's what Coach Limas has in mind.
I agree with that. With that being said, we do have a couple of guys on that team that if you are wide open, you might as well. I know he missed, but Jerry Mayo was so wide open for that 3 that, and he knocks him down sometimes. So, I mean, I didn't hate that shot necessarily, but I don't think I'm loving the abundance of 3s from Shawnee. Again, Shawnee has yet to turn the ball over, which is super impressive, I think. And KCU only has 5 turnovers on the night. The Knights are actually out-rebounding the Bears right now, 13-12.
I was just looking up at how many three-point attempts the Bears averaged. They averaged about 22 a game, and they're in 14 in the first half. A free throw down. Is that a flagrant? Is that what they called it?
I'm not going to lie. I heard words coming over the speaker, but they're muffled through the headphones. So I don't know what he said.
Shot is up and no good. So 40-38.
Yeah.
So they missed the call of flagrant because there were 2 shots in the ball. So now KCU will
And
it
looks like they did get Reese the board on that one.
Yeah, they did.
That's kind of what I assumed.
On a flagrant, though.
Yeah, I didn't
see the flagrant. I just thought it was a block, but
Well, I mean, he went completely underneath him, and I don't think it was intentional, but I don't think I hate the call.
This is Lloyd working against Seeger. Knights by 2. Fires it up, and he's going to airball it. Amadou comes up with it as the shot clock was winding down. DeBoard kicks it out to Keontae, who's not really been a factor so far in this game. Need to get him involved. Seeger looking for somewhere to go.
Well, Keontae's been in foul trouble. He's got 2 now, but he got him early.
In the lane, kicks it out to Keontae, who thought about spotting up for 3, drives the lane, up, kicks it out to Seeger. For 3, no, does not go, and rebound by Stockstill.
There was an object that went flying on the middle of the court. It's a little white thing. I don't know what it is.
Saya kicks it back out to Northington. To Stockstill. Working against Stockstill. Right hand, no good. Rebound by DeBoard, saved by El Seeger. DeBoard. Jay Steele's going to get fouled by Stockstill on the way through, I believe. Jay Steele going for the lane, I think. Yep, they get Stockstill. Just the 6th foul on KCU in the period. Jerrion Mayo checking in for Seeger. So Bears will inbound under their own goal. And a foul on the inbound on Northington. So 2 quick fouls on KCU. That will put Shawnee in the bonus. So Mayo will go to the line with a chance to tie the game with 1:54 left in the period.
I got 42-38.
Yep. Actually, you're right. It is 42. I missed 2 on the board. There we go. And free throw is missed. You're absolutely right. I was behind.
It's all good, Doc. It happens.
That's my bad. Reverse layup, and it goes, falls in. Wow.
That was an impressive play.
KCU, and there's injury. Bears colliding, and there are.
Oh.
Jerrion Mayo is in some difficulty down underneath, and they're going to help him up. He's all right. There was a collision between Bears down below, but it's a 6-point edge now for KCU.
And Mayo's limping.
So Seeger back in the game for Mayo. Shawnee trails by 6 with coming up on 1.5 minutes to go in the period. DeBoard. Keontae on the wing. Stops a mid-range jumper. Keontae, no, off glass. No, Amadou off, fighting for the rebound. In the lane, off glass. Yes, and he's going to get the and one. They're going to call that on Saya. 4-point game. Amadou can cut it to 3. 1:20 to play in the period. Both teams in the bonus, but this is the and one for Amadou on the putback. Shot is up and good. Now stolen by Awe. Seeger corrals it. It's kind of a lazy pass that Awe intercepted it just beyond midcourt. This is Seeger coming up 1:05 to go. Bears down by 3. Seeger, and there's going to call an offensive foul on L. Seeger. So Bears with an opportunity to cut into it. The offensive foul on L. Seeger will turn the ball over to KCU with 1:01 to go in the period. Lloyd working against Jaden Geis. It's Northington on the wing. Into Sarah Katsanis. Back to Northington. Almost lost the ball out of bounds. Parker Watts, as the shot clock goes off the shot clock is now off, 26 seconds. Bears, DeBoard in the lane, off glass. They can't get it to fall. Rebound by KCU. They got Northington on the lay-in, and he's going to be laying in back to a 5-point lead for KCU. 14 seconds to go. Coach Limas not going to be pleased with this first half. 7 seconds. Jason Steele on the drive, and he's going to get fouled on the way in with 3 seconds to go. 2.9 officially on the game clock. But Jay Steele's going to go to the line for free throws, courtesy of Jaden Lloyd. Jaden Lloyd, not a fan of it. 9th foul on KCU. So Steele can cut into that 5-point lead. First shot is up, and it's true. Bears trail it by 4. Damon Charles checking in for Keontae for the last 2.9 seconds. Second shot for Steele. True. 3-point lead for KCU and a timeout with 2.9 to go. A 30-second timeout.
So I believe 6 has been the largest lead of the game for both teams. So it's been a back and forth. It's been back and forth the whole game.
Bears got to do some figuring out over.
I'm counting 5 lead changes.
Yeah. They've had some missed opportunities and some ill-advised threes that they took. It's not that they're taking wide open threes. They're taking some rush threes. They're 4 for 15 on threes. Like I said, they only average taking 21 threes a game for the whole season, and they got 15 in the first half. Not sure that's what Coach Limas drew up.
Oh, we got Trevino Glover's in.
Lloyd will fire up from the half court and hits the backboard, and that is how first half will end 46-43 Bears at the break. And how about those halftime stats, Anna?
Absolutely so. Kentucky Christian leads it at the half, 46-43. The Knights are shooting 60% from the floor, 58.1% from the floor, 18 of 31. From 3, 42.9%, 3 of 7. And from the free throw line, 63.6%, 7 of 11. Shawnee State is shooting 42.9% from the floor, 13 of 35. From 3, 26.7%, 4 of 15. And from the free throw line, 81.8%, 9 of 11. The Bears did not turn the ball over the first half. The Knights turned the ball over 6 times, and the Bears scored 10 points off of those 6 turnovers. Shawnee State is out-rebounding Kentucky Christian, 16-15. The Knights with 7 assists on the night, the Bears with 3. And the Bears with a block and 5 steals. The Knights with 1 steal. Leading scorers first for the Kentucky Christian Knights. Parker Watts, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Markel Hood, 9 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Jaden Lloyd, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Lamar Northington, 6 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. D'Angelo Stockstill, 6 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist. And then Sarah Katanis with 3 points. For Shawnee State, Jason Steele, 13 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. El Seeger, 8 points and a rebound. Amadou Ah, 6 points, 7 rebounds. Reese DeBoard, 5 points and a rebound. Jaden Geis, 5 points. Jerry Mayo, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Tony Webb Jr., 2 points, 2 rebounds.
That will do it for first half action. 13 minutes. We'll be back around 6:57 with second half action. Bears trail it by 3 at the break, 46-43.
You're listening to the internet voice of the Shawnee State Bears, Shawnee Sportsnet. Shawnee Sportsnet is a production of the Sport Management Program at Shawnee State University in Portsmouth, Ohio.
We are back at Waller Gymnasium, getting ready for second half action between Shawnee State and Kentucky Christian. Bears trailing it by 3, 46-43. And we're talking, Bears lost Daniel Rosenberg to injury on Saturday. He's in an immobilizer. I talked to him a few minutes ago. He's out at least the next 2 games. Earliest he could be back to BYU Kokomo the 31st, but depending on how it goes, it may be longer than that, and that is a huge hit to the Bears,
It's a big loss.
He does so much for this team, but the Bears are going to have to figure it out. Without him having in the rotation, somebody else has to pick up that slack, next man up, right? So you can't grouse about it, but it's just a big one. We're lucky that because they both Tony got hobbled a little bit. Tony Webb Jr. got hobbled on Saturday, but he's back to 100%. His wasn't nearly as bad, but ready to get back underway. Bears will have the ball to start half number 2 down, as we said, 46-43. Bears send out Amadou Ah, Jerion Mayo, Reese DeBoard, Keontae Williams, and Tony Webb Jr., same starting 5. Similar story with KCU. We're back underway. Second half action. This is Reese DeBoard. Jerion Mayo, Keontae Williams. Reese DeBoard on the drive all the way in. Off glass, Tony Webb Jr. No, there's Amadou Ah for the stick back. It's a 1-point game. This is Northington. Off to Stockstill. Off to Preston Watts. Parker Watts. Guarded by Keontae. Watch there, Keontae. There's Markel Hood out in 3 territory. Parker Watts will spot for the 3. No, off back of the rim. Rebound Keontae Williams. Bears can take the lead back. Here's Reese DeBoer down the right side. Keontae on the right wing. Off from the right side, no. He's going to get fouled after the shot, I believe, by Northington. So Amadou will go to the line. Kintyre put the Bears back in the lead. First shot up, is true. We got a tie ball game. 46-46. See what Coach Linus's halftime words were, Anna. Second shot by and Bears are back up by 1, 47-46. Jaden Lloyd. Off to Markel Hood. Stockstill. Off to Watts. This is Markel Hood. Lloyd with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Lloyd. Bears looking zone, actually. Down low, and they break him loose, and a blocked shot down low by Keontae with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Lloyd into Markel Hood for 3 from the wing. Yes, knocks it down. Knights by 2. 3 on the shot clock, and Markel Hood got an open look from the left wing and knocked it down. This is Reese DeBoer. Jerrion Mayo. DeBoer. Down low to Amadou and he loses the handle on it. Lloyd comes out with it, and he's going to be up to Parker Watts. He's going to be, and misses the lay-in. Bears down there. Keontae. Are they going to call a travel? What are they going to call? They're going to call a jump ball? I don't know.
I wonder if the jump ball was before the travel. Because I thought that both players had possession when Keontae went to the floor. KCU dropped possession, and then Keontae stood up with the ball.
I'm going to honestly call it a bailout by the official because they could have called several things and call a jump ball as a neutral call. Down to Markel Hood. Underneath, and he gets fouled underneath. So with the Knights leading by 2, Markel Hood to the line. He has 12 tonight. He averages 21. First shot is up, and it's true. Knights by 3. Hood, second one no good. Rebound steal. Shawnee trailing by 3, 50-47. Reese DeBoer. Tried to get it forced underneath to Tony Webb Jr. Knocked out of bounds. Will stay with Shawnee State. DeBoer inbound. Out to Jerrion Mayo. Mayo trips and lane gets, looking for the foul, didn't get it, but Bears trail by 1. Lloyd. Jaden Lloyd against Jerrion Mayo. This is Parker Watts. Back to Lloyd. Lloyd back to Watts. Down to Stock still in the lane, and he's going to get the foul and the and one and a foul on Tony Webb Jr. Knights back up by 3, and Stock still for the and one.
And that's Tone's 4th foul.
That
hurts.
That's big. That puts Damon Charles in.
With Shawnee having a shorter bench than usual tonight, foul trouble is going to be something that they do need to absolutely keep an eye on.
They don't have a lot of size on the bench. Stockstill shot is good. Knights by 4. 53-49 Kentucky Christian. Charles off the Reese DeBoard. Look to pass. Nobody passed it. This is Amadou Ah. Look for 3. Amadou Ah kicks it back out to Reese DeBoard. Amadou Ah spot up for 3, wide open, and he cannot knock it down. Rebound by Parker Watts. Watson has his pocket picked by Reese DeBoard. DeBoard spinning all the way in. On the floor, picked up by Jay Steele, and he's going to be up, and he will get the bucket and the and one. That's going to be on Markel Hood.
To be his 3rd.
3rd on Markel Hood. So Bears within 2. Jay Steele can cut it to 1. It's good. 53-52 Kentucky Christian. This is Lloyd. Jaden Lloyd working against DeBoard. Stockstill, and he's going to get wrapped around by Reese DeBoard. No, they got
Mayo.
They got Mayo. They did. Third foul of the period on Shawnee State. Lloyd to Stockstill off glass on the alley-oop. Wow. On the inbound pass to the bucket, Stockstill gets the lay-in off glass. Knights back up by 3. DeBoard, this is Mayo. All the way in, gets a man up in the air, foul. He's going to draw the foul. They're going to get Zarek Sarakatsanis. So Mayo will go to the line to try to cut into this 3-point Knights lead. Shot is up and good. One more coming to Jerrion Mayo. Splash. (55-54) Kentucky Christian. This is Markel Hood against DeBoard. Watts, Lloyd. Watts, top of the key, back to Lloyd on the wing. The corner, Sarah Katsana for 3. No, rebound. Jerrion Mayo. Bears can take the lead. Mayo on the drive in the lane, gets it knocked away and taken away by Parker Watts. And Amadou Ah catches up with it. Reese DeBoard. DeBoard in the lane. Damon thought about the 3. That's not really his game, I don't believe, and it gets knocked out of his hands. Saved in. Down low to Amadou Ah for 2. Bears take the lead back. 56-55.
Yeah, that inside game is definitely Shawnee's stronger suit.
Amadou Ah stepping up for Shawnee.
Absolutely.
12 points tonight for Ah.
And 7 rebounds.
3-point from Markel Hood, and the Knights back up by 2. 16 from Markel Hood. He averages 21. He's going to get that. Mayo for 3. No shooters roll on that one. 2-point lead for KCU, and Markel Hood down the right side, off to Jaden Lloyd. Lloyd against DeBoard. Lloyd. Reverse layup and good, all the way in. It's a 4-point lead for KCU.
Feels like every time Shawnee gets a little bit of momentum, KCU absolutely has an answer.
They've had an answer. They absolutely have. Steele makes a nice move on inbound and gets knocked away. That's going to be knocked out of bounds. No foul on the play, but it'll stay with Shawnee State. And El Seeger going to check in as we have a timeout on the floor with 13:33 to go in the game, and KCU up 60-56. With Shawnee ball coming out of the break. I'd like to be able to give you a women's score, folks, but KCU does not have their live stats working. So hope the women are doing all right, but we have no word on them. Again, the Bears on the road for the next two. Both teams at IU Southeast on Saturday. Both teams at West Virginia Tech a week from Wednesday before they return to the Cave on the 31st with IU Kokomo.
A player I do kind of want to talk about, for a while was leading all scorers, not anymore, but Parker Watts for Kentucky Christian came in averaging only 8.7 points per game. He's got 14.
Yep, wow.
And so, you know, I think, obviously, I'm sure Mark Hellhood was written all over the scouting report, but Parker Watts has really, really come to life tonight. And that was kind of the point I was making earlier about the balance of both of these teams. You know, when one player is taken away. For a while, Markel wasn't the leading scorer for KCU. When that option was taken away, somebody else was able to step up and fill those shoes.
Down low is Jay Steele looking for somewhere to go. There's Damon Charles going to spot for three. Comes up short. Rebound, Jaden Lloyd. Sarah Katsanis in the corner. Off to Lloyd on the drive, and he's going to get the goal in the and one.
That was a really nice curl cut.
Goal, foul is going to be on Steele, so it's a 6-point lead for KCU. 7 might be their biggest of the game.
It's actually, yeah, both teams have led by 6, but by no more than 6 up to this point.
So Bears getting ready to go down by 7. Knocks it down. 63-56, Kentucky Christian.
And what's wild is Shawnee was leading at that 14:47 mark. It's just about a minute and a half ago.
Seeger. And he's going to they're going to call a jump ball. Wow.
I do feel like I saw some arms wrapped around a body there.
I kind of feel that way too. I really feel that way too. I'm not buying that. It's the same official who called the last jump ball. Well, I know who he is, but I mean
at least from my angle, it did look like arm was wrapped tightly around a body. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Board from the elbow. Yes, knocks it down. Stockstill. Parker Watts for 3. He airballed that one. Hood with the rebound. Lloyd into the trees, and he gets blocked, and they're going to call a foul on that, and that looked like a clean block to me. They're calling Damon Charles. 5'9" guy going in. The official is trying to calm Coach Limas down as Lloyd misses the first free throw. Free throw good. Back to a 6-point edge for KCU. So Seeger. And a lazy pass gets stolen away by Lloyd. And Seeger, Lloyd will, Damon Charles with the block, and Bears dodge a bullet down there.
I was just going to say, the Bears got lucky.
They dodged a bullet. Good block by Damon Charles. Seeger. Amadou Ah. Gets his own rebound. He does that a lot. Up and good, yes. And he will get the goal and the and one. That's on Markel Hood.
That's his fourth, and that's
huge. That's big.
I mean, Markel Hood, right now, he's got 16 points, 3 rebounds, and assists, not to mention his impressive presence, his defensive ability, his court awareness.
To bring the Bears within 3, and he does. (64-61) Kentucky Christian with the ball. This is Stockstill against Damon Charles. Loses the ball, handle on the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it goes back to KCU. I thought it went off of KCU's foot myself, but KCU retains possession. .11:48 to go in the game. Knights by 3. Lloyd inbound. And finds a wide open
That was just
Watts.
A well-executed play with a complete mental lapse on the defensive end.
When you give up a shot like that off the inbound and lay in, yeah, that's a missed assignment somewhere. DeBoard against Lloyd. DeBoard. And Amadou off glass, no, but he's going to get fouled going up. On Stockstill.
He's had a big game. He's got 11 points, 6 rebounds, and an assist.
Just his second foul. Amadou going for point number 16 tonight as Bears trail it by 5.
And Amadou also has 9 rebounds. So double-double lookout.
First shot rattles in and out. Second shot by This one's good. It's a 4-point game. Stockstill against Damon Charles. This is Watts. Against Charles up top. Watts. Sarah Katsanis. Looking for somewhere to go. Kicks it out to Lloyd. 8 on the shot clock. Pick up Lloyd. Lloyd, 3. From 3, Lloyd comes up short and rebound L. Seeger. And it gets knocked out of Seeger's hand out of bounds. Will stay with Shawnee State. So good defensive possession for Shawnee. Down by 4. 10:55 to play. Seeger. Steele. Down low. Gets loose. Can't get it. And there's going to be a foul down low. Who are they going to get? They're going to get Sarah Katsanis. So Jay Steele to the line, try to bring the Bears within 2. Splash 1. Matthew Ruge checking in for the first time for Preston Saya. Second shot, no good. But Damon Charles with the rebound underneath the Seeger. Up glass, yes. It's a 1-point game on a 3-point possession. 66-65. This is Lloyd. Watts on the wing. Sarah Katsanis. This is Stockstill. Sarah Katsanis for three. No, off the back of the rim. Rebound skying for it is Damon Charles. Bears can take the lead. Seeger. Up top to Charles. This is Reese DeBoard. Amadou Ah on the right side. 12 on the shot clock. Ah to Jay Steele. Over to DeBoard. DeBoard on the drive. Stops mid-range jumper. No good. Saved in. Damon Charles with the rebound. And he will put it up and in. Bears with the lead. Damon Charles giving some quality minutes in there, Anna.
Absolutely. And you know what? Shout out to the Shawnee bench right now. They have had, although they have been down for the last couple minutes, they have had a great energy to them.
Shawnee by one. Sarah Katsanis looking for somewhere to go. Stockstill on low, and he misses the bunny. Seeger is going to get fouled in the backcourt. Watts picks up the foul. It looks like we're going to have a timeout on the floor with 9:06 to go. Shawnee with a 1-point lead.
I want to talk about Shawnee State's offensive rebounding. They have 12 offensive rebounds tonight. I don't have the stat for second chance points in front of me,
right,
but that is something that is keeping them competitive and in this game, all those second chance opportunities. And also the fact that Shawnee has still managed to take care of the ball with only 3 turnovers on the night. Kentucky Christian only has 1 point off of those 3 turnovers. The Knights have turned the ball over only 8 times, which, you want to keep under 10. I mean, as few as possible, but, 8's not bad. But Shawnee has 15 points off of those 8 turnovers.
A lot of those were pocket picks around.
Some of those
were pocket picks around midcourt.
But, sometimes players get so in their heads about an open layup that we see a lot of those as misses. So Shawnee's done a good job of being able to actually convert off of those point turnovers. Yeah, the Bears with 8 steals on the night. The Knights with 3. Speaking of steal, Jason Steele, 17 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. And again, Amadou Ah still with those 9 rebounds and 14 points.
This is, and I hate to say something good coming out of an injury, but it's bringing the team closer together, because somebody's got to step up and fill that hole, because Rosenberg's a huge loss out with the injury. Here's Seeger.
Massive presence.
Seeger to add to the 1-point Shawnee State lead. His first shot is up, and it's good. We just got a final score on the women's basketball. Bears won 81-72 at Kentucky Christian. Shawnee State women. El Seeger with the second free throw, and it rattles home, and it's good. It's a 3-point lead for Shawnee State. Lloyd. Watts. Sarah Katsanis. This is Lloyd. Tried to get it in the middle. There's down to Seeger all the way in. He's going to lay it in. Yes! Bears by 5 off of defense. Markel Hood going to check back in. How long can they wait on that? What he means to them. They're going to put Markel Hood back in. They're not playing the same without him, obviously. Sarah Katsanis from the elbow. No, comes up short. Reese DeBoard. Bears will slow it down. 8:21 to play. Seeger. DeBoard. Seeger spots for the three. Long shot. Yes! Bears by 8. That's their biggest lead of the game.
And that's the biggest lead of the game for either team, I believe.
Watts spins in the lane. Gets blocked. They're looking for the foul. I agree with Coach Pack on that one.
Yeah.
But they haven't been calling it both ends. I mean, you can say that, but there's a lot of contact.
Tonight, the Bears have been called for 14 fouls. The Knights have been called for 16.
Jay Steele on the wing. Jason Steele stops the mid-range jumper. No, they can't get it to fall. Northington up top leads a little bit too far for Parker Watts, but there's Sarah Katsanis for three. Yes. The Bears to within 5 and a timeout on the floor, though. How big was that, right? They found Sarah Katsanis even open on the left wing, and he sank it. It's a 5-point game with 7:14 to play. If I stop the clock, that would help.
And it truly has been somewhat of a close game. You know, the score's been within single-digit points the entire night, with 8 points being the largest lead of the game for Shawnee and 7 for KCU.
So again, congratulations to the Shawnee State women. They are now 15-4.
It's not too
on
bad.
The season, and 6-1 in the River States after an 81-72 win at Kentucky Christian tonight.
El Seeger now with 17 points.
I'm looking up to say Seeger. The scoreboard has him with 19 actually, but I don't know if that's right. But
well, he's got a bunch. 17, 19, somewhere in there.
with 16, has Jay Steele with 16, so we'll see what it is. But
well, I think that's the discrepancy there, because
yeah,
I got Amadou with 14.
Okay, well,
I don't know. They got points.
So 5-point Shawnee lead after the 3-pointer by Sarah Katsanis.
And just about 4 minutes ago, they were down by 5. At that 11:40 mark, the Bears were down by 5, and now they're up by 5.
Bears to inbound. 7:14 to play. DeBoard to El Seeger. Seeger. Jay Steele. Double teamed and throws it off to Markel Hood, intercepting. Hood on the drive. He loses the handle on it underneath, but he's going to be missed the layup. And Seeger with the rebound battles for it. Markel doesn't miss those too often.
No.
He was right under the bucket, and I don't know how he missed that one, but he's been the man. Seeger all the way on the drive. Yes, he's going to get fouled. We'll see who picks it up. It looks like it will be probably Parker Watts. It is Watts.
This could be his third, I believe.
It is his third.
He's got 16 points, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds, so he's also had a huge night.
El Seeger to the line. Bears by 5. They've led by as many as 8.
Yes.
Before that 3-pointer by Sarah Katsanis. Seeger. First shot up, splash. Bears by 6. Second shot up, and it will drop in. Bears by 7. Lloyd. Parker Watts. Lloyd. Parker Watts for 3, spots up, that's off. You can tell when he left his hand. Amadou with the rebound. Tell that from when he left his hand, that was going to be off to the left a little bit. Seeger. Bears looking to add to a 7-point lead. Steele. And they're going to call a blocking foul on El Seeger. He's a little slow getting up on the right side. wild pass to Steele. He couldn't save, tried to save it in bounds, taken away by Lloyd, and Seeger fouled him on the way out. So they're going to put Jerrion Mayo in, and Seeger will take a little breather. Shawnee by 7, 76-69, under 6 to play. Lloyd, Northington lost it out of bounds, went off of Jason Steele.
Also, I just scrolled back down to the stats. Individual Amadou Odd does have his double-double.
Lloyd driving into the trees. Across to Northington. Back up to Markel Hood. Thought about the three. Trips in the lane at the free throw line. No, off the back. Stockstill with rebound. Northington. Across to Sarakatsanis. Markel Hood thought for the three, and he's going to get fouled by well, they haven't called it yet.
I think Markel's trying to argue he was in the process of shooting.
I don't believe
I thought that was clearly a shot fake and intended to be a shot fake.
Yep. I think that may be what they're discussing. They're going to call a foul.
That's not right.
Yeah, they're going to
That was very clearly intending. He had no intention of letting that ball leave his hand.
I agree with you, Anna. I agree with you. I think that's I think that they got that one wrong. I'm going to be honest. I think they got one wrong. Nevertheless, Markel Hood can get the lead.
Is that not something that they can replay?
No, I don't think
so.
To
look at?
Well, whether it was a three-point shot or not whether it was a foul or not. But I mean,
well, it was a foul, but was it on the floor or was it?
No, I don't think there's second shot up and good. It's a 5-point game. Whether they can or not, they didn't.
I just wasn't sure on the rule there. That wasn't me trying to tell them that they should have done that. I want to make that very clear. I just wasn't sure on the rule.
Hood makes all 3 free throws to cut it to 4. 76-72 Shawnee State, 5:20 to go. Reese DeBoard. Remember Markel Hood playing with those 4 fouls. Damon Charles. Mayo. Steele thought about the 3. DeBoard, 9 on the shot clock. Damon Charles on the drive. Wild shot. And then it's going to be taken by Markel Hood. So Knights can cut it to 2 in the bucket here. Sarakatsanis. No, there's Markel Hood from way downtown. No. Didn't call bank on that one. It was off glass. That was way downtown for Markel Hood. Bears dodge a bullet there. As we come up on 4.5 to play in the game. DeBoard, Shawnee by 4, 76-72. DeBoard almost lose the handle on it. Mayo in the corner was open for just a second. He's going to have to do something with it. Gets it off to Jason Steele. Jason Steele with 3 on the shot clock. Steele, no. And the rebound taken by Jaden Lloyd. Lloyd. Northington, Lloyd. This is Sarakatsanis. Northington. All the way in, off glass. No, can't get to fall, but there's Stockstill for the putback. It's a 2-point game. Under 4 to play. Bears haven't had a bucket in a little while, Anna.
No, they have not had a bucket since about that 6:37 mark.
They've gone 3 minutes without scoring. DeBoard out to Charles, Mayo, Steele. In the lane, Steele, off glass.
They might get that offense. They didn't get that offensive. That's
going to be on Stockstill. And a timeout on the floor. With 3.5 to play, it'll be Jason Steele going to the line for a pair of free throws. And Bears with a 2-point lead.
And free throws are always important. Free throws, oftentimes end up determining who's going to take away the win. Shawnee State right now is 84% from the line, 21 of 25. Right now, Kentucky Christian is 70% from the line, 14 of 20.
3:30 to play. Bears by 2. It's been a good one tonight, folks.
It's been a great one.
Bears led by as many as 8. I think the largest lead was 7 by KCU.
I think you're correct.
But neither team was able to pull away. They've all had an answer. As I said, the Bears looking for the first points in 3 minutes, over 3 minutes.
And this is two teams that are both incredibly talented and both incredibly balanced. And I mean, on paper, this was going to be a good one. The Bears are averaging 81.1 points per game. The Knights are averaging 83.3 points per game.
So that was a third foul on D'Angelo Stockstill. Again, Markel Hood playing with 4. Jason Steele to look to add to this 2-point Shawnee State lead with 16 points and make it 17 as he sinks free throw number 1. One more to Jason Steele. Second shot up, also good. It's a 4-point lead again for Shawnee. Under 3.5 to play. Seeger guarding Northington. Off to Sarah Katsanis. Off to Northington. This is Markel Hood. Markel Hood on the drive, taking on up off glass. No, does not fall for Markel Hood. He wants the foul. Did not get it.
That was a huge possession for Shawnee State defensively.
Markel still shaking his head about no foul call, but they've been
I think they've been somewhat consistent.
fairly consistent on that, I have to say that. Seeger. Charles for 3. No. Comes up short. Would have been a big one. Coming up on 2.5 to play. And the board picks the pocket. Bears up with a 4-on-1 steal all the way in. I'm going to tip it out and up to DeBoard for. I need to call a travel on that. That's a unfortunate one. And we'll go back to Bears had a 4-on-1 there, Anna. A 4-on-1 and couldn't cash it in. 2:25 to play. Bears by 4. Big possession. Missed opportunity there.
I think an early pass would have opened up a wide open lane from that 4-on-1.
Yep, they got around with it. End up coming up empty. This is Lloyd against DeBoard. Markel Hood from the elbow. No, he's gone a little cold. Thank you, Markel. Missed his last 2 shots.
You probably just jinxed him, Doc.
I'm not going to jinx him. He's a good player. He's been everything to them.
He's always fun to watch.
He's got 19 of his 21. Yeah. Seeger on the drive. Yes. Under 2 to play. Bears by 6. Lloyd on the drive all the way in. He gets the lay-in. Wow, nice shot by Jaden Lloyd.
He really got the height on that floater there, and that's what was able to finish that basket.
Bears by 4, coming up on 1.5 to play in the game. DeBoard off to Seeger. Every possession important now. Seeger kicks it out to Damon Charles. Jay Steele. DeBoard wide open for 3 from the wing. No, cannot get it to fall. Jason Steele with the rebound, and he's going to get the lay-in. Big rebound for the Bears. Jason Steele off the miss by Reese DeBoard. 1:10 to play. Bears up by 6. Lloyd. There's Parker Watts for 3. No! Bears are going to slow it down. Under a minute to play, and Shawnee up with a 2-possession lead. Jay Steele. Jason Steele looking for somewhere to go. Finds Seeger. 13 on the shot clock. And there's going to be a foul up top.
I believe a timeout was called.
Timeout on the floor. I've got 41. We're going to call it 41.8. I'm going to put 42 on my clock. 41.9 in the game clock. 11 shot clock. Shawnee with a 2-possession lead on the ball.
Something else that we haven't spoken about tonight is Shawnee's utilization of the pivot foot down low. A lot of their baskets have come from driving down one-on-one moving around in the post, working those post moves until they've been able to get an open shot.
41.8 to go. Shawnee by 6 and the possession. They could make this a 3-possession game with any points on this possession. But I tell you though, Casey, I'm not counting anything until it's 0-0 because KCU has been played heck of a game tonight. It's like Markel with 19, he averages 21.
And then Lloyd and Watts both with 16.
Looks like Lloyd is out of the game. Yes, I'm off the scoreboard. Markel is off. Markel Wood. Markel Hood is out of the game.
Well, that makes sense because I wouldn't want to have someone with 19 points on and 4 fouls on the court when there might need to be a foul.
That's a good, excellent point. Excellent point there.
Yeah, I don't think I hate that coaching decision.
And the ball gets thrown out of bounds. Seeger into the bench. There's Lloyd all the way in. He's going to get a free lay-in. Boy, that is a big one. Bears were by 6, and a bad pass out of bounds as Seeger ran into the scores table. Turnover, and Lloyd takes it in for the lay-in with 33. I got to get my clock going. It's to 34. 33.7 actually left in the game. So that was hurt. Instead of coming up with 2, Bears give away 2. So now it's still a 2-possession game with 33 seconds to go.
You know, credit to KCU's defense there, and L really just tried to save that with everything that he had, and it just to KCU.
Carrying Daniel Rosenberg over to be part of the huddle.
So, a good teammate.
33.7 game clock. Bears will have it, so they could run it all the way down with a 2-possession game. They wouldn't have to score if they could run it all the way down. But I think you'd like to get some points out of possession.
I think with the way tonight is gone, yeah, I don't love intentionally not making a basket. With that being said, take a good shot, use your time, but develop a play to try and score an easy basket.
Into DeBoard, double teamed in the corner, gets it off to Seeger, and then he gets grabbed at half court. I didn't get the clock start, but it's 4 seconds roll off. It's actually 29.8. We'll call it 30. Double bonus time for Shawnee State. That is the 10th team foul on Kentucky Christian. So L. Seeger, it's going to still be a 2-possession game, regardless of what happens after these free throws. But Seeger can put him up by 6 again. L. Seeger with 23 points tonight. First shot is up, and it drops in. 30 seconds left, 29.8 actually on the game clock.
And making these free throws is huge because the difference between a team needing to hit 2 baskets to tie versus 2 3-pointers to tie.
Yep, Seeger, second one is no good. It goes out of bounds. They're giving it to Shawnee. They are giving it back to Shawnee State. So Bears to inbound. They get the ball up to Damon Charles. Off to Reese DeBoard. They're going to have to foul now because now they can run the clock out. I didn't start the clock here. Let me start that because now we're down to 23.4. We'll call it 24 on our clock. So Bears by 5 could make it really tough on KCU with 2 free throws here. DeBoard, first one, no good. So it'll stay a 2-possession game. 23.4 to go. Missing a couple key free throws down the stretch have made it interesting here, Anna.
I shouldn't have talked about it.
Well, maybe not.
You know, the other night this team went 17 of 18 from the free throw line.
Second shot is good. Bears by 6, 20 seconds to go. Lloyd, Parker Watts for 3. That came up way short. Steele with the rebound, and this one is going to belong to the Bears.
They are going to have to get it across half court.
And they do, and the Bears are going to get out of this one as they will not contest it. And Shawnee escapes. I'll say that's 2 games in a row. That's an escape.
You know what? A win is a win, Doc.
It really is. It really is.
All right, final score, Shawnee State University 84, Kentucky Christian 78. The Knights shot 47.5% from the floor, 29 of 61. From 3, 31.6%, 6 of 19. And from the free throw line, 70%, 14 of 20. The Bears shot 43.5% from the floor, 27 of 62. From 3, 23.8%, 5 of 21. And from the free throw line, 80.6%, 25 of 31. The Bears ended the game with 6 turnovers. The Knights with 3 points off of those 6 turnovers. KCU turned the ball over 10 times, with the Bears scoring 17 points off of those turnovers. Shawnee State out-rebounded Kentucky Christian 38-26. The Knights with 14 assists. The Bears with 7. The Bears with 4 blocks. The Knights with 2. Shawnee State with 10 steals. Kentucky Christian with 5. And then for some leading scorers, first for the visiting Kentucky Christian Knights, Markel Hood, 19 points, 4 rebounds and an assist. Jaden Lloyd, 18 points, 4 rebounds and 5 assists. Parker Watts, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. D'Angelo Stockstill, 13 points, 8 rebounds and an assist. Zarek Sarakatanis with 6 points and an assist. And then Lamar Northington with 6 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist.
A little delay with Coach Limas getting up here as Kentucky Christian, they gathered for prayer at the midcourt. Kentucky Christian. The scary thing is we have to go down there now. We have to return this game, and Shawnee State will be at KCU later in the season. So this is going to hopefully get Rosenberg back. I'm going to pray for that because they are a darn good team.
This was a fun one.
It really was. What did Markel end up with?
Markel, 19 points, 4 rebounds. Yeah, we know.
2 under his average, but he is the man.
And for Shawnee State, leading scorers, we had El Seeger with 22 points and 4 rebounds. Jason Steele, 21 points, 6 rebounds and an assist. Amadou Ah, 14 points, 10 rebounds and an assist. Jerrion Mayo, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Reese DeBoard, 8 points, 3 rebounds and an assist. Jaden Geis, 5 points. Keontae had 2 points and 2 rebounds. Tony Webb Jr. with 2 points, 2 rebounds. And Damone Charles with 2 points and 6 rebounds and then 2 assists.
Coach Limas is making his way up here, I think. So you got to get some hydration in him, it looks like. And we'll be talking to him momentarily. Bears go to 15-4 on the season. They are 7-0 in the River States. And we're going to have the coach. Let me pot him up, Coach Limas.
Congratulations, Coach.
Appreciate it.
We got some things to talk about, though, sir.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
First of all, playing a game without Daniel.
Yeah.
That is, we can't understate how huge of a loss that is.
Yeah, big loss. I mean, Dan, heart and soul of our team, our glue guy, makes all the winning plays and defensively, offensively. And he was playing well. I mean, he was playing the last 4 games. He was really playing well. Losing him hurt.
He does a lot of things that don't show up on the stat sheet.
A lot. We missed him today. We definitely missed him today. I mean, and, we lost Keontae Williams, I think, midway in the game. So, I mean, that was another big loss for us.
Yep.
The key is, how healthy you're going to be.
Right.
So, 2 key losses for us. But we just stay together. Next man up, I think,
Damon Charles.
Yeah, big time game for us.
He came up big.
6 rebounds tonight.
6 boards. He made some big defensive plays. We challenged him today. We said, hey, next man up. You always want to get in the game. And then here goes your opportunity. So he showed up and he played well.
Coach, one of the things, you calmed it down.
Yeah.
You're not a big 3-point shooting team.
Yeah.
You put up 15 in the first half, kind of uncharacteristic threes in the first half.
I mean, we could shoot. I mean, it's just tough, man, because we work on shooting. We make them in practice. Just sometimes we just don't make them. We want to shoot less threes. I mean, we want to shoot them confidently. I mean, I think we made some late down the stretch, but we don't. I mean, we're the most physical team in the league.
And when we shoot a lot of threes, it just hurts us because then you get leak outs and stuff like that. So I think less threes in the second half. That was our biggest thing. I think that helped us win inside. Jason Steele, I thought he played a really good game.
Yes.
But just trying to deal with a couple of these injuries. We have a big game against IU Southeast. I think that'll be a first place game. So gotta be ready to play. Gotta be ready to play that game.
You got a team effort, Coach. I mean,
yes.
Amadou gave you a nice night.
Yeah, Amadou. I mean, he's another glue guy for us that just gives us offense, defense, everything, hustle plays. He does everything for us. Big time game for him. We had 14 points,
10 boards,
10 rebounds.
He had a double-double.
Big time game for Amadou.
Not too bad.
I mean, he's a big time player for us. But race the board. I'm happy we got a victory for him. He was at Kentucky Christian last year, so it was a big game for him. We got to do a little bit better. Just closing games out, but we knew, I tell you this all the time, teams are going to play up. And Kentucky Christian, again, leading scoring, what did Markel?
He ended up with 19. He came in averaging 21. He got his 19.
Yeah, leading scorer in the league. So
the key on him was he got in foul trouble.
Yeah.
Because when he went out, I said, he's going to get his 21, no problem. But then he got in foul, and they had to sit him down with, I think, 14 to go. They sat him down.
Yeah.
And before they – you started almost going to get away because you got up by 8. You couldn't get him more than that, but they thought, we got to take the chance now, huh?
Yeah, I mean we're working. I'm proud of these guys. What are we 7-0 in the division?
Yep.
5-0. I mean 5-0 in the division, 7-0 in the conference. So I mean, first year, brand new team. I like where we are right now. And we just got to keep pushing. IU East, IU Southeast. I think that's the first place game. On Saturday, so they'll be ready for us. I think they have one loss.
They are tied for first in the West Division.
Tied for first in the West Division. Yeah, so that's a really big game for us going there back on the road. We just got to show up. We got to play a little bit better. But I like where we are as a team. I like these guys a lot. We just got to do a couple of things a little bit better. Get rid of this little injury bug. A couple of guys hurt right now.
You're dinged up a little bit.
Yeah, a little dinged up. But nobody cares if you're hurt, though. That's the thing. I tell these guys, nobody cares if you're hurt. Next guy up, mentality, and we'll be fine.
We're looking at Anna was pointing out, they only turned the ball over 10 times. Boy, it seemed like more than that.
Yeah.
But you got 17 points off those turnovers cashed in.
Yeah. I mean, they're a good team. People think Kentucky Christian they can't play. I mean, I think this is one of his best teams he had.
I think we talked about that in the pregame, Coach. I think this is the most athletic, most talented team I'd say from KCU in a number of years.
Time. So yeah, everybody's going to push us. River State is a really good conference. I mean, I watched the film on all these guys, and everybody's good. You have IU Kokomo and IU Southeast. They're top in the ARC in the RPI rate. We're number 20 RPI rating in the country. People need to know that that we are one of the top 20 teams in the country when you talk about strength of schedule. So, and winning those games, so that's big for us. We just want to keep growing. We want to keep getting better as a team. We'll be fine. But injury bug, we just gotta get over it. Get some newts, get some guys ready to go, and everybody has to step up. But team win, happy. My assistant coaches did an amazing job again today. Want to shout them out again, and we'll just get some rest tomorrow, back to practice, and then get ready, get on the road. IU Southeast, really good game, so we're ready to go.
Yeah, Coach. I gotta say it again. You had guys had to step up. Lose a den. You had guys step, and they did.
Yeah, they did.
You got some. Damon Charles. I'm going to point him out. Not a lot of points, but he
big time game.
That's the beef down low. He did some stuff for you.
Yeah, he did an amazing job.
Surprised him popping up a couple threes, but
yeah,
but
you got to let
you get excited.
He's open.
When bigs, you give them, they play hard, get some rebounds, make a couple of plays. You got to let them shoot one or two of them. So we'll keep working on getting better. I think we have a special team. We just got to stay together. These little late injuries are kind of hurting us a little bit, but we'll be fine. Next man up mentality. I think we've been talented the whole year. I thought we have a starting 5, from our bench to our starters. So, now some guys opportunity to show up and step up. I tell them all the time, be ready. Be ready. You want to be a good player, you got to be ready. So we're in a good space. I like where we are.
This forced you. I don't say force you into more team play, but you had to pull together.
Yeah, we had to. We had to. Like, everybody just plays up against us, and this is just a mentality that we have. You go from – a lot of these guys have never won ever. They've been talented, but they've never won anything. They've never been disciplined enough to win anything. So now it's like, now we have the discipline. Now you see, hey, you can win if you do this. And now you have to have a different mentality coming to the game every time, because you are now – they look at Shawnee State, and they're like, oh, we're 6-0 or whatever, 5-0. In a conference, like you're their hardest. You're the hunted now. So now you go from being a hunter all your life to now flipping the script to being the hunted. So I like where we are. like my guys, they're doing a really good job because it's hard to play for me because, I preach the discipline stuff. And
I was about to get that, Coach, because you got the experience winning. They don't.
Yeah.
Did it take you a little while to get them to buy into what it takes to win? Because you've been there.
Yeah, I've been there, but it's always trust. There's always a building of trusting. These guys probably didn't trust me to start. What's he saying, whatever. And then, you start to see the results. I think the groups now, kids now want to see the results.
Absolutely.
So now they see the results. So it's like, I asked them, like, you guys think I'm an okay coach, a good coach? Like, it shows a little bit. Like, just trust me a little bit. So I think they trust me. I trust them. We just got to, work on a few more things. And, we have a long road ahead of us. We talk about getting in a national tournament. We talk about winning a conference. Talk about the division, all of that stuff. So one game at a time, and we'll go from there.
And as we wrap it up, Coach, that's with them not having the experience winning, they're used to getting down and staying down. You got down 7, but I mean that's kind of your level ahead. And say we don't panic. We're back in this thing. That maturing. Maturing is happening on this team.
Yeah, it's crazy because when we're down, I have to be more calmer. I'm just more calm when we're down compared to I'm more anxious when we're up. But when we're down, it's like, I just try to be a little bit more calm. Just try to tell them, like, get a point here, get a point there, we'll be fine. But, this team, they're learning to trust each other, learning to trust the coaching staff. And they know if they put in the work in practice and show up to the game and they stay together, it's going to be hard to beat us. So, they went on a run. They were hot, but we stayed together. Down 3 at half. They had a lot of momentum, but, we stayed together and pulled out a really good victory. So, proud of these guys.
Coach, great win. A couple tough road games, Iowa Southeast and West Virginia Tech before you get back here to the Cave on the 31st. But thank you for your time, and congratulations on the win, my friend.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks,
Alrighty.
Coach. Congrats.
Thank you.
That'll wrap it up from the Cave here. And anything final to say?
No, we talked about it all.
We're good.
We covered it.
Bears win at 84-78. If you missed it, the women also victorious at Kentucky Christian. They won 81-72. So both teams are 15-4 on the season. Men 7-0. Women 6-1 in the River State. So both having really great seasons. That'll do it for us until the 31st. So we'll be on with 12:45 p.m. on the 31st with Coach Burrows on the pregame show, and 2:45 approximately with Coach Limas. Until the 31st, good evening, everyone.
You've been listening to the internet voice of the Shawnee State Bears, Shawnee Sportsnet. Shawnee Sportsnet is a production of the Sport Management Program at Shawnee State University in Portsmouth, Ohio, in cooperation with SSU Athletics. Thank you for listening.